Hi, I'm Steve.
And I'm Karen.
And
we are Sailing Intermission.
We sold our house and quit our jobs.
Couldn't sell the motorcycle.
Started having fun, living on our Catalina 42.
It was rockin' and rollin'.
And then we decided we needed a bigger boat.
So we bought a Mikado 56. Started to do some work on it.
Home sweet home now.
We've had some rough times and some great times so far.
And we hope you join us and subscribe. We love sharing our adventure with y'all.
Hi, Steve and I wanted to give a shout out to Troy and Dee, who came in and got in the slip next to us. A great couple. They said hi and recognized us. We always like to run into people that view our channel, so just a big hello, hug, and kiss to them.
We're securing things for the next Hurricane Milton, which will be a tropical storm when it blows through here, but it'll still have some pretty high winds. This is an area just off the salon. We usually have some drawers in here, and we keep some life vests hanging on these hooks. Here's our solar controller and our wind generator controller. I see a PLB hanging and a strobe, couple of headlamps. Behind the white box is networking equipment. There's our nice little charger. Of course, our Paneltronics. And coming over here, we have our nav station, stereo, little subwoofer, Iridium Plus satellite, single sideband, a little Garmin chart plotter, a VHF unit, a couple of loose cables, running some new antenna cables to it. Nice little nav area. And we're going to finally mount our AIS unit. Yay! This one works. We've already tested it. And failed to point out, here's our Northern Lights generator control, and the Balmar alternator, and then our 3 battery switches. If some of the camera work seems a little shaky, that's because we're in another tropical storm because of Hurricane Milton. We're kind of rocking and rolling around. I drilled a hole in the African Mahony.
We pulled through the wires for the AIS unit, mounted the bracket, and there it is, all installed. Yay, it shows up on our N2K network. Looks like the storm's beginning to come in. We're getting some sustained wind of about 27 knots. And now we're getting gusts up to 50 knots.
Yeah, the seas are really turned up, and quite a bit of chop out there.
This storm came in during a king tide, and between that and the little bit of surge we're getting, the level of water here is about 2 to 3 feet higher than normal. And like all storms, this one ended, and it left calmer seas. In the words of Emily Dickinson, hope is the thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. I don't know why I have a thing for birds, especially pelicans. I just love them. They look so prehistoric. Maybe it's because they follow the wind. Enjoy your catch, free spirit.
Here in our hall, this is our crew cabin we're using as a garage. It's pretty stacked up. And these two cabins here, try to keep clear for guests. So it's time to fill the water tank. Little closet in here. Like everyone's closet, it's kind of stacked up, but we have a special water hose. It's designed for drinking water.
There we go.
Going to fill the water tanks. And our tank tender is underneath one of the cushions of the in the salon. I wonder why I like watching Karen work. We hold 280 gallons of water. It's a fiberglass tank that's built into the hull. We fairly recently cleaned it. You know, it has like a 16 by 16 inch access panel, and we emptied it and used bleach and whatever detergent and brushes and scrubbed it pretty darn good. So I think it's pretty clean. Karen's gonna stick it in the hole, and that's usually my job.
I know.
Our expert water filler.
We've been here longer than anywhere else. Kind of thinking about maybe it's time to move on, and just reminiscing about things that we would miss.
great sunsets. I know Karen and I will both miss the powerboat races.
Oh yeah, I love those boats. They're fast, hard, and wet.
We decided to visit the Coast Guard Museum on the ship Ingham. It's 100 meters long.
They've always been professional, even during the Great Submarine episode, which is episode 72, if you want to check that out. They were very professional and yet authoritative when they yelled, "Get back in the channel."
Yes, we were out for a pleasure cruise and wasn't paying the best attention to things, but it turns out a nuclear sub surfaced very near us, and the Coast Guard was certainly protective of it and us.
From enemy action. Ingham's sick bay is unique because the ship is one of only a few Coast Guard vessels that have X-ray equipment and an isolation board.
Are you part of the crew?
This vessel was launched in 1936. She served in World War II by escorting and observing other vessels, and then later became a weather patrol after the war. She was decommissioned in 1988, and she is a highly decorated vessel. And matter of fact, she's the most decorated Coast Guard vessel in history.